Hello YouTube friends and welcome. In this video I have a really, let's say, controversial and also a little bit unique and special knife for you that I wanted to show you. So as you probably see in the description, this will be about a CRKT Sebenza, and just hold a little bit for now. Maybe you never heard about this knife, and it is because it's a really interesting story behind this knife. So I acquired this just recently from a seller from Poland, and what should I say? It is a really interesting knife, given the history that I will share with you. I wanted this knife way back, let's say about five years ago, or maybe 6, and but I could never find anywhere one, so I got a real Sebenza, which then I have sold. And now, years after, I got one and bought it. So if you are watching this video and don't recognize that that CRKT made any Sebenza in the past, that is because this knife was a collaboration project between CRKT and Chris Reeve Knives, and they explored the possibility of making a Sebenza, let's say, budget offering, something like Buck has done with Strider knives. We know that those pieces are still here and were mass produced, but this one never got to mass production, and the story behind it is really good. So as you can probably see, the whole knife, except of the blade, clip and the screws, is made out of Zytel. So a Zytel is a polymer, is plastic. So Zytel, nylon, it has different names. It's because a lot of companies are making this kind of reinforced plastic. And the biggest problem with the knife was that if you know something about the knife configuration, so you can see that this wants to be a frame lock, like the real Sebenza, and also it's really similar with the dimensions. But the biggest problem they had was that Zytel is very flexible, so it's plastic. So you really don't have the capabilities and the possibilities that has, let's say, steel or titanium. So they had a problem with the flex of the frame lock. So they used the tension of the pocket clip to a little bit stabilize the frame lock. And if you see this, if I open the knife really slowly, then sometimes it will not engage the lock. It's because the plastic is really flexible. So they did a steel insert. I don't know if you can see it. I hope yes. There you are. So this is a steel insert, because it will be crazy to put plastic on the lock face of a knife. That will never hold it together. So they invented this this thing that is a steel insert. And just keep in mind that this knife is from the 90s, probably late to end 90s, and not a lot of knives had this technology. So the overall fit and finish was pretty decent, but because of this, and because when you are opening this knife strongly, it will have 100% engagement. So, and this was consistent with all the knives that were produced. So, how came this knife to the public, you ask? Okay, so CRKT did order a pre-production run, or let's say a sales representative sample batch. So okay, so they wanted to show the knife to Chris Reeve and also to some sellers, if they will like the knife, if they will pick it up, and then make the full production. So obviously, when Chris Reeve got his sample, he was really mad about this outcome, and he forbid CRKT to make a production version, so in this configuration. And probably this is also the explanation why there was never, after a let's say steel or steel titanium or any different kind of collaboration between them, because he forbid them. But like probably never like probably the people in the Taiwanese company did make a larger batch. So I read about on forums, and all these knives that were probably intended for just for presentation were sold on the secondary market, of course. So probably eBay or some stores. But if you are considering all the story behind this knife, and yes, this is a AUS 6 blade. I don't know if there is some there on the blade, but no, it's not. This will be the model number. So then, to date, this makes the Sebenza one of the rarest models in existence. So this knife is really light, and the overall size is 8.33 inches, and the blade is 3.6 inches. So just a little bit information about the knife. And if you can see this, the blade stop is also Zytel, and the pivot collar inside is also made of Zytel. So naturally this knife has a terrible oval travel, or let's say it's on one side, so centering is not existent. And now I did open the knife with a little bit of force, as you can see, 100%. Now this knife will not close on you, but just keep in mind that all this construction is Zytel, so I will not trust to do any kind of work except of display piece. Yes. Also, you see the finish. The logo is nicely molded. Yes. So there are probably a few sample pieces out there, because nobody knows exactly how many of them were made. If it's 100, 200, 300 or 1000, nobody knows. But if you want one, you can probably, the best way how to get one is on eBay. When I checked the last time, there were one or two out there, and just please keep in mind that this knife was intended to be sold in a price range around $25. So given all the inflation, that is still way much than all the sellers are asking on eBay. So just be prepared. If you want one, you need to be willing to pay, let's say, from $100 to $150 for it. So if you are considering that it is half of the price of a real Sebenza and that knife you can use, this I would not. Okay, so just keep that in mind. I hope you liked this little review, and I would say the history behind these knives are really interesting. So if you are or like crease rib knives, then you should check out. They have a rich history of producing some really cool blades, and also the invention of the reef integral lock is a really big step in the knife production. So okay, so thanks for watching, and as always, have a nice day.